Good morning, good afternoon, and if you're in Saudi Arabia, it's the night of champions.
Yeah.
Let's hit that music, JFB.
Let's do it.
We're clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go.
We need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
Holy cow. What are we doing? It's not Sunday. It's Saturday afternoon or morning or evening, depending on where you are. We're here to talk about pre-show, specifically Night of Champions, which happens in just 1 hour. I am, of course, master of ceremonies, the master of disaster. I am the JFB James.
The Chief Shenanigans Officer.
Chief Shenanigans Officer, indeed.
And we are the All Effin' Wrestling Network, where we talk about all the effing wrestling.
All of it. Every single one.
And I am your Canadian hero, the founder of AFW. I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. Can't have dry. And very good morning to you. For all you on the West Coast like myself, it's the morning of champions.
It's the morning of champions, indeed. Noob's in the house.
Noob is so faithful to be on the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You should get him on.
So it should be interesting. I like this card better than the last one, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It feels more full. Like we're going, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 6 matches. There should have been 7, unfortunately. Dominic Mysterio is not wrestling. He has a rib injury. And so that was the match. To be honest with you, like when the card started kind of get fulfilled and started getting a little bit more robust, that was the match I was looking forward to the most.
Well, you know the real reason why they cut him from the card. They couldn't find an opponent that had a shape name.
Yes.
Because he only goes against people with shapes.
Yes. Octagon, hexagon, parallel line. let's
the Isosceles triangle.
Yeah. So I want to jump into SmackDown super quick before we get to the card because I found it quite humorous. CM Punk, who's very vocal, has really slammed WWE for a lot of years for doing business with Saudi Arabia. And, of course, now he turns up. He's in Saudi Arabia. He is wrestling at Night of Champions. But when he came out in John Cena's Thugonomics era persona and gimmick,
Punkonomics.
I thought it was hilarious because how they're building this up is they are building it up from everything that happened before Punk left WWE. Yeah. So the pipe bomb, the Thugonom. I mean, it's hilarious what Punk has been doing. Like they have really built this match up quite a bit, which is most likely going to be the final match. Like that's going to be the main event. So let's jump into it.
It's interesting though that they're doing it in Saudi of all places.
Yeah.
Like Punk always said, he had to apologize to the crowd. His tweet to Miz, he said, "I was in a crabby mood." There's that video of the kid come to embrace him. He kind of pushes him away.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to.
I bet you Punk is not happy to be there.
Oh, I'm sure he's not. Punk is very vocal that he does not agree with a lot of stuff that's going on in the Middle East, as well as like Sami Zayn. Like it will be interesting to see. Is the last few weeks Sami Zayn has worn the Palestinian colors on his gear. I don't know if they're going to let him do that while he's in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be interesting to see. This is, because it's a very volatile.
Well, I don't think he's even there.
He is. Yeah, he's wrestling Karrion Kross.
That's right.
Yep.
He's avoided it in the past, hasn't he?
He has. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think there's like a crackdown. They want to send. They don't. They. It's like they're not giving people options.
Yeah.
You're signing this contract and you're going.
Yeah. So, let's start with the first match. Let's start with the King of the Ring final. The winner will take on the champion of their brand, supposedly. We do realize that there is really no such thing as specific brands anymore, with the exception of your champions. They interchange in and out all the time. So the final is going to be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes to be crowned King of the Ring. Canada Dry, you go first.
Who we got?
Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes.
We're starting with this one.
Yeah.
We're starting big.
Hell yeah.
This is Cody Rhodes' moment. This is hearkening to his ring entrance. Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Yeah.
What a better way to do it than King Cody.
Yeah.
And this is setting up their rematch, Cena and his rematch at SummerSlam. I like it. I like Cody winning, and in fact, this is my lock of the morning.
He's already started with the lock in the first.
I got my lock first thing. Boom, bam.
Okay. I completely disagree with you. Here's the reason why. I don't like putting Cody in SummerSlam because I don't want Cody to lose. Because the reality is that Cena's not losing till December. He's not going to lose. So there's no reason to put Cody in that position.
I don't think so. I think this is Cena's short run as champion.
Yeah. I see Cena going against Randy Orton at SummerSlam. I think that Randy Orton, he got 14 championships or 13?
Well, but he already defeated Randy.
Yeah, I know.
So why are we doing it again?
And sometimes WWE is not imaginative when it comes to their booking. Like, I think the long-term storytelling is at some point, Cody Rhodes will face John Cena and will beat John Cena to retain the championship. But in order to get there, you have to tell that story. And that story requires long-term storytelling, something that Triple H is actually pretty decent at. I see Randy Orton beating Cody Rhodes. I don't think it's going to be a legitimate win. I think it's going to be some kind of shenanigans, something that's going to be
Well, you got inside track because you are the chief shenanigans officer. You know about all the shenanigans going down the pipeline.
Yeah. So I feel, in all honesty, Randy Orton is going to take it. And, I see Randy taking it. I see him facing him at SummerSlam. And in all honesty, it makes sense a little bit. I want Cody Rhodes to because the thing is that there's going to be a double turn on the Cody Rhodes John Cena match, because Cody Rhodes has hinted and has even talked about publicly about how WWE has told him he can't turn heel yet. So we know it's coming. We know the Cody Rhodes heel turn is coming. It's going to be interesting because I think they're going to try to do the double turn on Cena's last match, where Cena goes out losing as a face rather than going out as a heel.
So I got a knowledge is power moment.
Yeah.
And I figured it out.
Okay.
So I've noticed a lot of wrestlers with cats.
Yeah.
They're always holding cats. Do you know why this is? I figured it out.
Because you really don't need to take care of a cat.
Well, yeah, the cat is good on his own. He's not gonna, he's not gonna destroy the furniture. We might, but Cats are more low key.
Yeah.
Like he's happy to see you when you get back, but he can look after himself in the house for a couple days. You leave a big dish of food and you're good to go. But the dogs freak out.
Dogs require a lot of shit. That's all there is to it. They just require a lot of attention. Like I love dogs. Mostly because I'm allergic to cats, but I love dogs. But they are like toddlers. Like they are literally like toddlers. You have to be.
You know what they are? They're like special needs children.
Yeah. They're like kids without Ritalin.
Yeah.
A cat is like your emo teenager.
Yeah.
You want them left alone, feed them occasionally, let them out the door every once in a great while. But for the most part, they just want to be left alone.
So that's why wrestlers have cats. Hit that button, JFB.
Do.
Knowledge is power.
It's funny because you made that you showed the post of Hangman Page and Kenny Omega with their cats, and I'm like, there's something to this. Like, if you're not going to be home all the time, cats are perfect, because
you got MJF with his cat, you got Bailey with her cat, Sheeta and her cats. Like,
can we say something really quick? So, I watched the NHL draft. The NHL had their draft earlier this week, and two things stood out.
Yesterday.
Bailey was there to announce the first pick for the San Jose Sharks because he's from the San Jose area. Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler, as Happy Gilmore, announced the Boston Bruins' first draft pick. I love it. So
we got. Can I ask about Mikhail Samuelson? Come on, we have. You know how many stars are from Vancouver? We could have. I was disappointed in that.
Yeah, that draft was not that great.
Did you see Lanny McDonald? The guy sounded like he was death warmed over.
Yeah. He was out partying probably really hard before.
Well, he's 72. His voice sounded like, it sounded like my grandpa Doug.
Let's go to our second match. We're talking about the Queen of the Ring. Once again, the winner gets to challenge the champion of their brand again. We have Asuka and we have Jade Cargill. Canada Dry, who you taking?
Which match we got? I'm sorry, I was turning on the just we were talking about it. I'm like, I had to put on the draft. It's round 2.
It's round 2.
But, yeah. So what's the match? What's our second match?
Asuka and King and Jade Cargill.
Since I used my lock in the night, I got nothing. But I'm going with Jade because Jade would look so good with that crown. Nobody needs no Queen Asuka. We don't need a Queen Asuka. Asuka's good on her own, and she doesn't need anything added to her gimmick. I'm going with Jade with this one. I think it's her time. I think like Jade getting that big push for SummerSlam for the world title.
Okay.
And we got what's her name with the briefcase, so she could cash in on her too.
That's true, Naomi. Yeah. I'm going to disagree with you again.
Again, whoa, big surprise.
So here's the thing. This is a twofold solution and prediction. Asuka got hurt at last year's Queen of the Ring, and she was actually supposedly tagged to be the Queen of the Ring for that year, but she got hurt, so it couldn't happen. The other thing is that Jade Cargill has a movie role coming up, and it's shooting probably within the next 3 to 6 weeks. So I don't necessarily see Jade taking it because Jade's going to be gone for an extended period of time. It wouldn't make sense to give her the Queen of the Ring and the chance to cash in on a champion if she's not there for like 3 to 4 months.
Okay, so you're going with
I'm going with Asuka.
Nobody's ready for
and I'm making you my lock of the night.
Oh, See, we got the power rankings tomorrow.
We do.
And we can. Nice thing about having back-to-back shows,
Yeah,
is we can talk about how badly we did against each other. Who came up in?
who screwed up the least? That's going to be the key.
That's what it is. Who screwed up the least?
All right, so let's go to the U.S. champion, United States Championship. It's going to be Jacob Fatu taking on his former stablemate, Solo Sikoa. Cannon Dry, who are you taking?
This match it's kind of the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
All brakes and no gas.
Yeah.
No, just all gas and no brakes. You kind of have to, like, Jacob Fatu's going on an incredible run, but you kind of have to go with Solo Sikoa in this one because it can't be over at Saudi. This whole feud can't be over at Saudi.
No.
This is setting it up for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That's where Jacob Fatu will get his comeuppance. Mm-hmm. But I'll go Solo on this one because it seems too obvious to end it now.
Not so fast.
He disagrees with me.
I agree with you, and here's the reason why. Jacob Fatu is bigger than the U.S. heavyweight, the United States Championship. He's just bigger right now. Like, he's eclipsed that belt. You don't need to give him a second-tier belt. The guy is huge. The guy is over. Everybody in the locker room likes him. Everybody in the stands like him. The guy is an enigma. So why keep him anchored down with a belt that is probably better used for some of your younger talent coming in to kind of give them an establishment? So I'm going with Solo. I think it makes sense. I think this might be a very shenanigan-free match. It's either going to be no shenanigans at all or it's going to be a complete shenanigans fest. Like, it's not going to be in between. And so
Solo hasn't done much in a while.
Yeah.
So, like, to keep his star pretty shiny, you got to give him a win here and there.
Yeah. So I think if they do it shenanigans free, SummerSlam is just going to be a shenanigans fest. If they do shenanigans,
I think I'm going on a limb here. Solo wins via shenanigans.
Okay.
I think he's gonna do that.
Yeah, at some point, Jimmy and JC Mateo are going to get involved. At some point, I don't know if it's going to completely affect the match, but at some point they're going to be there and they're going to get into a row. So let's go to our next match. We are talking Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. Damn, a street fight. Cannon Dry, who you going with?
Rhea Ripley. This is Rodriguez. Honestly, like, aside from her height and her size, she's like a to quote Ned Flanders, she's like a piece of bread with a cup of water for dipping, don't you know? Like, she's boring.
Yeah. She is. She is very boring. I think the problem with her is that she is like a Timu version of Rhea Ripley. Like, Rhea Ripley is stacked and yoked. Like, she is.
Well, also she oozes that energy, that charisma. Like,
yeah,
there's just something, like, when she smiles and she's got that look about her.
Yep,
she just has that energy.
Yeah, Raquel doesn't. Raquel, I mean, I like her as a competitor, but she does not have the charisma that Rhea Ripley does. Like, she is very much the opposite of Rhea Ripley. Like, she is very bland. And the reality is she can't carry a match unless she's got Liv Morgan. Like, her and Liv Morgan belong together because Liv is so way up here.
Yeah, Liv is so colorful.
Yeah.
She's Raquel becomes the Diesel.
Yep.
To the Liv Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
So that works.
Yeah.
But then you take Liv out of the program and yikes. We have Tiffany's comment here. Raquel's NXT run was awesome, in her opinion.
It was good. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It was good, but I don't think it was that different.
It wasn't high end.
Yeah, I mean, she came into NXT at a time where everybody else was under 5'10". And here comes this huge woman who's like 6 foot. And of course, she towers over it. She dominates in NXT, and they really did her well to establish her as a powerhouse.
Question, Jenny, what's happened with The Rock's daughter?
I don't know. I don't watch NXT anymore because the reality is like there are no stars in NXT, with the exception of like Obafemi, like
former Mariah May.
Yeah, Mariah May is there, but Mariah May hasn't wrestled. Like she hasn't really. Like I know Mariah May can wrestle, and when she eventually gets that position where she's
Ricky Saints, former Ricky Starks.
I never liked him when he was in AEW.
you weren't a Ricky Starks fan.
No, like NXT to me right now is very like it's okay. So like a few years ago, I went to Chattanooga and I whitewater rafted on the Ocoee, which was where the Olympics were. That's where they did all the Olympic stuff when the Olympics were in Atlanta. So there's parts of the river that you feel like you're going to fall off and die being crushed against a rock. And then there's parts where you're just kind of floating. Like you're just going with the flow. There's not a lot of choppiness, not a wave. And that's essentially what NXT is at right now. The river's moving, but it's not turbulent. Like it's just calm. And like guys I don't see Obafemi transferring from NXT and making a big splash in the main roster. Like there's just something about him that just doesn't hook me, doesn't capture my attention. Same with Trick Williams. Same with a lot of the guys that are on there. Like the only guy I have any kind of interest in is the guy that won LFG. I don't remember his name, but he fought Obafemi at the pay-per-view and gave an amazing match. And like that guy's gonna be a huge star when he eventually breaks.
Noob says that Mariah May, Blake Monroe wrestled last night at NXT live event.
It's a live event. It wasn't on TV.
Speaking of NXT,
yeah.
So they're going against All In.
Yeah.
This is All In weekend. We have some stacked wrestling this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We got ROH.
Yep. Supercard of Honor.
NXT going up 1-on-1 with All In. But the nice thing about being on Netflix, if you can always watch NXT after.
Yeah.
Because if you're paying for All In, you're going to want to watch that one live, and you can watch NXT after. Yeah. And there's less spoilers for NXT, I notice.
Yeah, there's spoilers that are coming out for NXT.
No, but there's less spoilers for NXT than there is for like AEW or WWE main roster. Yeah. And then you get to see Goldberg win the world title on Saturday night's main event.
Hooray!
No, that's not. I'm not going with that. I don't think, but it's possible.
I mean, it's Triple H. Anything is possible.
Like he could win it, and to set up his retirement match at SummerSlam. Because, like, do you need the title a part of this? Like, you don't. You didn't unless you're planning on giving it to Goldberg.
Hey, but here's the thing, though. All the commentators over the last 2 weeks have said that this is Goldberg's last match. And we know WWE doesn't really pay attention to the fine details. So I feel like they spoiled this match already without it even happening. Like, I think it's literally going to be Goldberg's going to lose. It doesn't make sense to give him the belt.
Tiffany Lynn says the Rock star, I think, is training while doing this GM position, or maybe deciding wrestling was of her, which is possible. I don't think she's given up on her wrestling thing.
No, I mean, when she wrestled with Joe Gacy's group in NXT, like, it wasn't horrible, but I mean, she hasn't put in the years that other people have, like Tiffany Stratton, like all these other great Kiana James, like people who have applied their trades on the indies before getting signed. Ava hasn't. She's the Rock's daughter. I guarantee you somewhere the Rock pulled the string to get her into NXT.
Dossie has a nice little thing. He has to pronounce Asuka's name correctly. That's the stipulation.
I mean,
I didn't even know he was mispronouncing it.
Oh yeah.
How's he say it?
He doesn't give two shits. So let's talk about Sami Zayn. He is taking on Karrion Kross.
But we didn't mention. And then we have Sunday, the Women's Evolution.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So that's a huge weekend for wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, that's bigger than WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah. You got a lot going on. Logistically, it's a nightmare, but at the same time, it's going to be freaking awesome.
Like, I'm looking forward to All In, looking forward to Ring of Honor. I'm drawn to this Goldberg thing, even though I hate his guts. And the Women's Evolution. So it's interesting. Sorry. Go ahead with the next match.
Sami Zayn is taking on Karrion Kross. No stipulation, no special match, just two guys going at each other. Who are you taking?
This seems like a filler match.
Yeah.
Just to have a match.
Yeah.
Who I want to win is Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Who I think is going to win is Sami Zayn. But Karrion Kross, he needs a big win.
I think he's out. I think he's leaving WWE. Because he's been very open and about how much he does not like wrestling there right now. Like, I know, like,
so Sami Zayn's getting the win.
Yeah.
There was this article, or not articles, these dirt sheet posts about how I don't know how these even come out, like that he doesn't like to take bumps.
Exactly.
And he's like, what the hell? I just laugh. Like, you cannot make it to AEW, WWE, the Elite, the top of the thing, even New Japan, all these, you cannot make it there without taking bumps.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
And Karrion Kross is not jacked enough and not, like, good looking or whatever, like, to not take bumps. Like, there's certain people that can pull that off. It's not Karrion Kross.
I mean, I think the problem with Karrion Kross is when he came over from the Indies, where he reigned, and comes into WWE, I don't think they knew what to do with him. Like NXT, NXT did really well.
Yeah.
And when they got to the main roster, Vince was like, I don't like this guy. So I'm going to do everything I can to make his life miserable. Then they cut him. Then they re-sign him. And again, now Triple H is like, I don't know what to do with this guy. Like, I don't like this character he's playing. I don't like his gimmick. Although, in all honesty, this gimmick's probably the closest to who he is as a person. But I don't think he's happy. And I think he's just going to kind of just wait out his contract, do what they tell him to do, and then he's going to jet. I don't think he's going to re-sign. But I'm taking Sami Zayn as well.
I love what they're doing with Karrion Kross's character, though.
Yeah.
I love what with this little devil on your shoulder sort of thing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. He meddles he meddles into other people's affairs, and then he creates chaos, and then he goes off to the next wrestler. Like, that's the way life should be.
I love this little thing where he got Sami Zayn to punch him.
Yeah.
And then that's been all like, oh, and then he's like, that's great.
Part of the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wish that Karrion Kross would get this win, but the reality is that Sami Zayn is in the main event picture. There's a reason and a purpose, I'm sure, and so I think that that's what we're going to eventually stick with. Is he's going to be the eventual contender for a legit contender.
Do you think they're going to put the world title on Sami Zayn eventually?
Yes. I think they're going to put the belt on him knowing that he's got a timeline, because eventually KO is going to come back and KO will take the belt from him.
Are they enemies again? Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I didn't keep track of those two.
I mean, enemies. They're frenemies is what they are.
Yeah.
They're frenemies.
Yeah, like nothing wrong with a short run like Jey Uso got.
Yeah. Give him a little run. Give Kevin Owens a little run, and then give it to someone else. I mean, like, and that's the thing. Like, we don't truly know how long it's going to take before KO even gets back. Because right now he hasn't had surgery. They're letting him heal first before they cut him open and start fixing his back and neck. So it could be a while. I mean, it could be a good 6, 7, 8 months before we see KO even back in the ring doing anything. So if you want to hear something, his interview with Cody Rhodes on What Do You Want to Talk About is fascinating. Like, he makes fun of Braun Breaker and his tan and like,
this is so funny. Like, that tan will be illegal. And who else did he talk about? We talked about Matt Cardona. He's like, you want to be king of the Indies? Stop asking why WWE hasn't signed you.
Yeah.
Why don't they sign me? I'm the king of the Indies.
He's king of the Indies. All right, let's go to our last and final match. It is going to be for the.
But first, before you say that, JFP, I just want to say, it feels so good just to be me and you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Old school, right? Just me and you.
That's how we started. It was just us, just talking about wrestling, and all of a sudden we open up the floodgates and we get everybody on the.
We got Lafatron 5000, Juicy Justin,
Joe. We got El Showtime. I mean, the cavalcade is.
It's almost like that episode of Rick and Morty where you got Sylvester and who's real?
Let's talk main event. Let's talk about John Cena taking CM Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship. Why don't you go first, Canada Dry?
This is John Cena winning.
Yeah.
I don't see any universe where CM Punk wins in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. They piped in on the feed the chance of CM Punk to kind of make it sound more full, which I think was a genius idea. Normally, I don't like it when you start manipulating audio coming in on a feed, but you had to build this up because this is going to be your main event. You have to build this up. And they've done a great job telling the story, and I think they're going to do a good job. There's no way Punk wins. I mean, it's just not going to happen between what he said about Saudi Arabia, what he said about WWE. The fact
but he
that
apologized. That doesn't mean anything. You're saying that CM Punk was insincere. Do you think CM Punk was insincere, JFB?
Yeah.
What? He's just doing it for money and
Yeah. Here's the thing. 20-year-old CM Punk was F you to the world. Like, he didn't care. He wrestled and walked to his own beat. When you get above the age of 40 and you realize that your earning potential is now shrinking incredibly fast and you got to make a big payday, guess what? You literally are going to get on your knees and kiss the ass of everybody because he's not the same CM Punk he was when he left AEW. That was the end of CM Punk.
Okay, so Kevin Nash said something interesting.
Yeah.
Someone asked him a couple of years ago, would you go to Saudi Arabia for a big payday?
Yeah. He's
like, no.
Yeah.
So I can have a bunch of other money I don't spend.
Yeah.
Apparently he doesn't spend the money.
No, he doesn't. Like hanging out and sleeping at your friends and crashing at your friend's place while you're trying to become a professional wrestler. That's not CM Punk anymore. He's got a mortgage. He's got a wife. He's got hobbies.
You're saying CM Punk does not own his home outright?
Shit costs money, dude. You got to pay. You got taxes and all this other jazz. Yeah. He's doing this for a straight payday. He realizes that when his contract ends, when he decides to finally retire from professional wrestling, he's not going to be a backstage producer. He's not going to work in creative. He has burned so many bridges over the years that essentially when he eventually walks away and retires as a professional wrestler, that's it. He is not going to be Triple H's right-hand man. He's not going to be writing promos and scripts. Like, it's not going to happen. He might open his own, school, or he might join a promotion to help the kids with promos and stuff like that. But for the most part, once he's gone, that's it. He's not working in professional wrestling. Nobody wants him because he's an asshole. He's just an asshole. That's who he is. So, yeah. But, yeah, Cena's winning this. There is no rhyme or reason to give the belt to CM Punk at this point. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to give him a belt at any point. He's there to be a rabble-rouser. Let him do what he does best. Let him be a jerk. Let him cut a few promos.
There's no tag team wrestling on this show?
No. All happened on SmackDown last night.
Right.
So that's it. That's the end of the show.
Yeah, I guess last night SmackDown was kind of like it's like a 2-night deal.
Yeah.
SmackDown and then
Let's get a lot of the other storylines getting ready to go into SummerSlam. Let's get those out of the way on SmackDown. Let's worry about Night of Champions. The card's already set. Let's give everybody else a run for their money. So, all right. That's the end of the show. So how do you get a hold of us? Multiple ways to do it. Well, we got links down below. All you got to do is go click on the links, connect with us, and join us, talk with us, interact with us. While you're there, buy a shirt. How do you do it? ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. You get that shirt right there. The AFW Say Professional Wrestling shirt. That and many more. And I'm sure as we, pull the trigger now, I'm sure there's going to be a sale for All In. But you know what? You need a shirt now because it's hot. It's muggy. It's humid. You're going to sweat through your shirt. Just get a couple of shirts and then get a couple more when the sale happens. Click on the DraftKings app. Spend $5. If you lose, they give you like $250 extra bets. Make some money. Be like a bro and win some cash. Buy yourself a sports car. Helps us out in the back end when you go ahead and click on that DraftKings link. Tune in tomorrow because we are going to do the power rankings.
I love the power rankings.
I love them.
I wanted to do power rankings for a long time, and I realized the best way to do it is just do it on the show.
Yeah,
because we can work it out live on the air.
Yep.
Me, you, and Lord Ryan Rich.
Oh, we got Lord Ryan Rich on Sunday.
Lord Ryan Rich is gonna be here on Sunday. Because Joe's on his vacation. I don't know. He's going to the Grand Canyon. I don't know where he is.
This guy is flying the world. All I gotta say is he'll be on sporadically until after All In. Because he's got vacations. And
and he's got to be at All In, so he's not going to be on the show.
Yeah, he's not going to be on the show. So, Go ahead with your jet set lifestyle and your private jets and your caviar.
So it might just be me and you for the pre-show for All In too.
That's fine with me. I have no problem with that.
Old school.
All right, guys. On behalf of Canada Dry, I am the JFB.
So tune in to Netflix or Peacock and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And remember, click like and subscribe. Make a comment. Tell them how awesome the AFW network is. Just write that down there.
Yeah.
Canada Dry, so good looking, blah, blah, blah. JFB has a really nice, bald, shiny head. Like, those are the things that we're looking for. But in all seriousness, enjoy the show. But remember that sometimes in life, stuff gets hard.
Yeah.
And you'll land flat on your ass, and the clouds are all dark. And it's okay to be down. But what is not okay is staying there. You can't stay there. You got to climb out of that pit, and because the sun shines again.
Yeah.
And the smiles come again. Life goes on. And reach out to your friends, reach out to your community, reach out to us. We'll help pick you up, dust you off, and put one foot in front of the other. Raise your fist in the air. Put the devil in a sharpshooter, and just keep fighting. Said the Grandpa Joe. I'm Italian now. My name is Joe now. I don't even know.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Tony Schiavone for the All Fan Wrestling Network.